Hi everyone, welcome to Mash Math. Today we are going to study from chapter 6 lines and angles, a very important topic, pair of angles. So before studying the pair of angles, first we'll try to understand what is called transversal. What is the meaning of transversal? You can see here two blue line and one red line crossing these two blue lines. Here also you can see two blue lines and one red line crossing that. The line that is crossing the blue line, that red line, that is called transversal. So when a line which intersect two or more lines at distinct point is called a transversal. So transversal means a line which will intersect two lines or more than two it can be. So blue line can be two or more than two. But this red line that you see, it is intersecting at this distinct point. It means this red line is crossing the blue line at this point here and the blue line here at this point here. So distinct point, this red line is crossing at distinct points. So in this point it is crossing, for this line at this point it is crossing, but it is the same line that is crossing all these blue lines. So this red line is called as a transversal, a line which will intersect the two lines or more than two lines. So that is called transversal. So now we will study parallel lines and a transversal. So what happens when you have that two line as a parallel line and a transversal? What happens? So you can see here, when a transversal cuts two parallel line, we get many pair of angles. So you can see here, black line I have put, this is a parallel line. So two parallel line, and the blue line that you see is the transversal. So when parallel lines being cut by the transversal line, many pair of angles are formed. Many pair of angles are formed. So let's keep name for this pair and then we will see. You can see here one angle. So keep it one. Clockwise we will go. Clockwise. Okay. So this is angle 2. Here angle 3. This is angle 4. Same way you can see one angle formed here. 5. Here 6. This is 7. And this is 8. So you can see many pair of angles are being formed when a parallel lines are cut by the transversal line. So this is the main we are going to study about the pair of angles. So now we are coming to the main topic, that is pair of angles. So there are different pair of angles we need to study, and it is very important to do for exercise 6.2. So you have to learn this, and this will be helpful for you even in 10th standard. These are the basic concepts you have to learn. So these basic concepts have to be clear to you for the further studies, for the higher studies. So pay attention. So first we will see vertically opposite angles. So vertically opposite angles are equal to each other. So here, which is vertically opposite angles? Vertically opposite, you see, vertically opposite. Already I have explained to you in the introduction part also when we studied 6.1. In that also introduction, I have put separately vertically opposite angles. In detail we have studied. Vertically opposite angles, you can see when the two lines are intersecting, vertically opposite angles are formed. So here, which are the ones vertically opposite angle? First let us name it. Okay. This is 1, this is angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, this is 5, 6, 7, 8. So now in this, which are the ones vertically opposite angles and vertically? Okay. So angle 1 is opposite to angle 3. So these are vertically opposite angles. And also we have proved, this is in the previous videos, we have proved that vertically opposite angles are equal to each other. If this is 30 degree, this also will be 30. If this is 60, this also will be 60 degree. That is the meaning that vertically opposite angles are equal to each other. So you can see 1 and 3 vertically opposite and they are equal to each other. Now 2 and 4 vertically opposite angles. 5 and 7 vertically opposite angles. 6 and 8 vertically opposite angles. So how many angles we got here, vertically opposite angles? Angle 1, which is equal to angle 3. Then angle 2 is equal to angle 4. Then here angle 5 is equal to angle 7. Angle 6 is equal to angle 8. So these are vertically opposite angles and they are equal to each other. Now the next pair is corresponding angles. So if you see here the corresponding angles, which are the ones, first let me name it. This is 1, this is angle 2, 3, 4, and this is 5, 6, 7, this is 8. So now let's see what is corresponding angles. Corresponding angle means you remember always leave one and the next one. Now this side, if you take angle 1, okay, angle 1 and leave this angle, leave one angle and the next angle you go. These two, angle 1 and 5, they are corresponding angles. Okay, so I'll write down. So angle 1, and by the way, corresponding angles are also equal to each other. So if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles are equal. Axiom 6.3. Many theorems are based on that. All these things I will tell you in summary. When I am explaining to you, I will tell you in short. So now I am not going to explain to you. Now only you understand what is corresponding angles. So this is angle 1 and corresponding angles are also equal to each other. This all in summary I will explain to you in one word so that you remember. So what is corresponding angles? So we try to understand which are the ones corresponding angle, and corresponding angles are also equal to each other. When line is parallel, okay, when the line is parallel, these two lines are parallel, then when the transversal is intersecting, then all these corresponding angles or vertically opposite angles and the remaining angles that we are going to study all are equal to each other only when it is parallel line, okay, in short. So here also corresponding angle is equal to each other. So that means angle 1 is equal to angle 5. Then which are the other one? So if you are taking 4, okay, let me give another shade. If you are taking 4, then leave 5, then the next one. So 4 and 8 are corresponding angles. 4 equal to angle 8 is a corresponding angle. Now let's come to this side. So if you are taking angle 2, then leave 3 and go next. So 6. So angle 2 and 6. Angle 2 and angle 6. They are corresponding angles. So now next will be angle 3 and angle 7. Leave 1. So you have to just jump 1. So if you are taking 1, jump this and this next angle. That will be the corresponding angle. If you are taking 4, then jump 5 and come to the next. So these are the corresponding angles. So now here 2 we have taken, jump 3 and this next one will be the corresponding angles. Then 3 and 3 if you are taking, jump this and the next will be the corresponding angles. So angle 3 will be equal to angle 7, which is corresponding angles. I hope it is clear to you the corresponding angles, and they are also equal to each other. Whenever say equal to each other means if angle 1 is 60 degree, angle 5 also will be 60 degree. That is a meaning. If this is 45 degree, that also 45 degree. So whenever we say equal to each other, that is the meaning of it. So now let's see the next pair. Alternate interior angles. So alternate interior angles are also equal to each other. So let's see alternate interior angle. Alternate meaning is opposite, you remember, okay, opposite, and interior. So now if you see, let me name it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now interior. Okay, interior means inside. So that means you have to leave it, this part you have to leave it, 1 and 2 you leave it, because this is outside, because these two lines are there. This becomes outside, this also becomes outside. So interior means 4, 3, 5 and 6. They are inside. Okay, inside within this two line, inside these angles are there. So interior means you have to look only this. 4, 3, 5 and 6. Only this you have to see. This becomes outside the line, no, outside the parallel line. So these two lines are there inside. So inside angles. So interior angles. Now alternate interior angle means opposite. So that means angle 4 and angle 6. So opposite becomes alternate interior angle. Now alternate interior angles are also equal to each other. So that also you have to remember. So angle 4 is equal to angle 6. So same way angle 3 is equal to angle 5. So angle 3 is equal to angle 5. So these are alternate interior angles. Okay. Same way alternate exterior angle. First we saw interior, here it is exterior. So alternate means just to think opposite and exterior. So exterior means now it is outside, not the inside. So that means, let me name it 5, 6, 7, 8. Outside now. So this is 4, 3, 5, 6 inside they are. But we have to see exterior angle outside. So outside is 1 and 2 and here 8 and 7 they are outside. So then of that opposite. So now you forget about the inside one. So I am just hiding for your sake. Inside one. Oh, this is very big. Maybe inside ones let us hide. So we have to see only the outside part of it. So that means alternate means opposite and exterior. So outside. So 1 and 7. 2 and 8. So that becomes alternate exterior angle. So 1 and 7. Okay. So they are alternate exterior angle, and alternate exterior angles are also equal to each other. So angle 1 is equal to angle 7. So same way angle 2 is equal to angle 8. I hope this is clear to you. Now the last one is consecutive interior angles. So consecutive interior angles. So let's try to understand. So this also I name it same way. 5, 6, 7 and 8. Here which is the one consecutive interior angle. Since it is said interior angle means inside the ones we have to see, not the outside one. So inside. So it is interior. So inside, that is 4, 3, 5 and 6. They are inside the line. So interior. Now consecutive means consecutive the next one. So that means if it is 4, if it is 4, the next one is 5. Just the consecutive we say no. So meaning is just the next one. So 4 and 5. They are consecutive interior angles. Angle 4 and angle 5. And then same way 3 and same way 3 and 6. Angle 3 and angle 6. So they are consecutive interior angles 4 and 5 and 3 and 6. Now in this, can we say it is equal to each other 4 and 5? No. All that you have to remember is sum of two consecutive interior angles are 180. When you sum of both, it should become 180. And when it becomes 180, we also call it another word for this supplementary angle. So when sum of two consecutive interior angles are 180, we also call that as a supplementary angle. So here angle 4 plus angle 5 will be equal to 180 degree. Angle 3 plus angle 6 will be equal to 180 degree. So now let's sum up. Summary of pair of angles. So this is what we have studied. Vertically opposite angles, corresponding angles, alternate interior angles and alternate exterior angles. These angles all will be equal to each other. The only difference is sum of consecutive angle. Consecutive interior angle. Sum of consecutive interior angle will be 180. Only this you have to remember. And all this becomes true. Now based on this, there are many theorems are there which you don't need to prove, but you have to understand. All this becomes true when vertically opposite angles are equal to each other, when corresponding angles are equal to each other, when alternate interior angles are equal to each other, when alternate exterior angles are equal to each other, when parallel lines, when parallel lines, the line should be parallel, these two lines should be parallel. When these parallel lines are cut through the transversal, this is transversal now in cutting. So when parallel lines are cut through the transversal, then only all these are equal to each other. If these lines are not parallel, if the lines are without parallel like this, then one line is cutting through, then we cannot say. Okay, so these things becomes true when they become equal to each other only when the lines are parallel and the transversal cuts through. That time only vertically opposite angles will be equal to each other, corresponding angles will be equal to each other, alternate interior angles are equal to each other, alternate exterior angles are equal to each other. Is this clear to you? I hope it is clear to you. Thank you.